My daughter, right here, sweetheart, tell these people, do you want a little boy to watch you pee?
No.
No. Why?
Because it's inappropriate.
It's inappropriate. My 8-year-old daughter knows it's inappropriate, and yet y'all sit there silent.
You think you're some sort of martyrs because of the decisions you're making when the statistics do not lie that the vast majority of the population is not at risk from this virus. The garbage workers who pick up my freaking trash risk their lives every day more than anyone in this school system. Figure it out or get off the podium. Because you know what? There are people like me and a line of other people out there who will gladly take your seat and figure it out.
So when I questioned why the equity statement couldn't represent all students, they told me that to even ask that question was outlandish and offensive. And when I asked why that was, they told me, quote, whites have a pretty good situation right now, unquote. My honors government teacher, I'm not going to say his name, but he's mentioned that Democrats care more about all people while Republicans only care about themselves. And he's also inferred to us that socialism is better than democracy. He even had a statue of a socialist leader in his classroom.
Hey there, everybody. My name is Zach. I'm the project manager for Walkaway. I just wanted to give everybody a quick update on what Walkaway's been up to, what our plans are for the next year, and how you can help. I don't think I need to tell anybody listening about how bad our education system is in America. Sorry, I had to move inside. Those dogs are barking too much out there. The new administration will be taking steps to alleviate that, but only so much can be done at the federal level. Well, this is something that really needs to come from a grassroots movement. Our corrupt education system is the #1 tool of the radicals that have taken over our country. We're kicking off our political persecution tour, where we'll be sending Brandon and Walkaway around the country to colleges, high schools, and even prisons to educate people about the education system in America, how to think for themselves, and also the political persecution that he endured on January 6th. We can make as many strides as we want with this new administration, but if they continue to propagandize and brainwash the younger generation, it's all for naught. It won't stick, because in 15 years, those people who have been brainwashed will come back in, they'll mess everything back up. I want to add in my own little story from education, the brainwashing that I had to endure. This was 15 years ago in Lubbock, Texas, very remote place, not the kind of place that you'd think there would be liberal propaganda. But I remember my American history teacher was teaching about slavery and the end of slavery, and he taught the entire class that Abraham Lincoln did not free the slaves. He had no investment in freeing the slaves because he was a white man, and as a white man, he could not do anything positive for the slaves. That it was the slaves who actually freed themselves. And when we got to the test, the question was who had freed the slaves, and the only answer was the slaves had freed themselves. Like I said, this was 15 years ago, and this is in Texas, so I can only imagine the kind of stuff they're teaching in places like New York, California today. So if you can, please help us with this mission. We think it is the most important mission in America today. If you're able to, please help us by donating to send Brandon to these colleges, to send him around the country to talk to these children, to explain to them about January 6th and the kind of stuff that he had to go through. Also, follow the link below to sign our petition.